Hey yo, it's Bretto coming to you live with ENS market updates. We will be tracking the ENS sales bot since it started. That's at ENS sales on Twitter, twitter.com/ENS sales. We will be tracking the updates. This has gone, here I go trying to be professional again. So, we're going to go through all of the posts that they did and just get us all up to date on, what market activity looks like, what it feels like, and kind of go through, my research process because sometimes when I'm going through these things, I see a technology that I've never heard of, and I'm really interested in learning more. So you can kind of see my thought process. So we're going to start with tips.eth. That was the first one this went off with. And I think we saw that in one of the other videos, but it sold for 9.9 Ethereum. That's $19,000 for tips.eth. Amazing. Tips.eth, I like it. I would imagine that's like a perfect domain for someone looking to give tips on anything Ethereum or even blockchain related, because this was the first smart contract compatible blockchain and accepted history that's mainstream. I use that expression accepted history a lot because I know there's written history, but we all kind of accept history in a way, and we're all on the same page about it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that any of it or all of it is true. A lot of it is, or at least has occurred. We're not going to get into the philosophy of truth right now. But anyways, we're going to go through the history of tips.eth. It's also a great place, since you can route addresses to tips.eth, that means it'd be a great place if you run an account that's accepting tips to own tips.eth. That's pretty badass. So I would say undervalued at $19,000. $19,000. Anyone? No one? All right. Well, maybe it's undervalued. I mean, overvalued. I don't know. So it was transferred to. It was bought. It looks like it was bought from ENS 2 years ago for 6 Ethereum. I think there's some premium names that they charge premium prices for, like tips.eth, but names I've never seen that for. But then it was sold for 9.9 ETH. So here's an example of you're all right, so they made 3.9 ETH off this transaction. They had the initial investment of 6 Ethereum, wrapped Ethereum. It's still Ethereum. It's just wrapped. If you're curious as to what wrapped Ethereum is, let's pull up the official definition. Let me see. What is wrapped? Okay. It represents Ethereum on a one-to-one basis, and conforms to the ERC20 token standard. By conforming, it gives you more functionality, as opposed to I'm pretty sure with certain things it strictly requires Ethereum, and then other things it strictly requires wrapped Ethereum based on the ERC20 standards. But so if we think about it, 2 years ago, what was it? This 2019 November. Let's just say it was in November. Ethereum price. I mean, I'm sure there's a better way to find that, but so in 2019, here I go accepting cookies. It was about $153. So if we do 153 times 6, they paid about $1,000 for that mint, and now selling it for 9.9. 9.9. I'm semi-familiar. I'm valuing it at 4,500. They came up on a stack, $44,000, one transfer or one sale. Yeah, it was a sale. I had to get minted again. So it almost looks like they didn't even, that it went back to null. They didn't mint it for too long. Some of this stuff is kind of confusing, what all this actually means. This was in October, so it was even less. But, so yeah, I think tips is a cool one. I bet, yeah, ETH domain lover. I love them too. Whoever you are, I love it. Seeing this is not extremely inappropriate, but I do remember I have to. I hope none of that was very private. My wallet address. Now, yeah, you can have that information. What I gotta do is I'm trying to turn off the not safe for work settings because I want to be able to monetize this stuff on YouTube. Notifications, offers, account support. OpenSea, turn off NSFW. How can I stay safe and protect? No. See, this is kind of relevant. Can you list nudity? Like, I saw something on there that was nudity, and it made me cancel a video that I was running, so I just want to make sure I get this right. But, all right, well, if we find one, then we're just going to cut it. We're going to just have to cut it out, but it's kind of annoying that they don't have a, like, turn off NSFW on OpenSea. Disable. There needs to be a toggle. Yes, so, yeah, they don't have that yet. That's so dumb. Not dumb. I guess they're just new, but they make enough money where they should be able to afford someone who can figure that out for them a little. Like, you can use machine learning to do that, but it's just like, nothing wrong with a little but. But that said, it can't be explicit. I don't want to see that when I'm doing this stuff right now. Bluetooth.eth, that's a good one. Crypto custody, decryption, 256-bit, 128-bit, 512-bit, 1024-bit. Those are relevant extremely. 64-bit and 32-bit. So let's look into what that actually means. 32-bit or 64-bit can access 2 to the 32nd different memory addresses, 4 gigabytes of RAM. This M1 Mac has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It can access more than 4 gigabytes of RAM also. A 64-bit system can access 2 to the 64 different memory addresses, actually 18 quintillion bytes of RAM. So what this is telling me is that the more the bits, the way more efficient your computer is at performing calculations. So I could be wrong. There could be other things that are involved, but yeah, they got some cool NFTs. Gut.eth, UPC, FPN, NDA, non-disclosure agreements, 100K, buying GF, not literally, don't cancel me. It's a RuneScape reference. We got test ETH, AML, my validators, all my NFTs.eth, gas high, like, who wants to be gas high? It's gash I, logged in.eth, like, domain app, launch app, connect my, this one's kind of cool, connect my ETH, DAO app. Looks like they just, like, they're holding out on a lot of them. They got a lot of faith in it. I like it too, but yeah, I guess some companies might just use these decentralized pieces, or certain companies. Let's say you create like a service for like that like audits contracts. I don't know, but then you own contract.app. That decentralized app, like you can then maybe put in an address, and then it like does an audit on them if they could automate that process. That would be cool. And if you're unfamiliar with what an audit is, let's get the official definition. An official inspection of an individual or organization's accounts, typically by an independent body. I love Google's dictionary. Definitions from Oxford Languages. Shout out to them. So, like, let's say that there's, if you're unfamiliar with a rug pull in, it's like when someone makes like a scam project and wants you to like pay in all this money, and then essentially they just pull the rug out from under you and take everything, which you're like, well, how can they do that? I thought this was more secure and trustworthy. The thing is, it is, but if you're not paying attention, like one, if something's been audited by a big company, you can be more confident that it's not going to be a rug pull, because like they've tested and analyzed the smart contracts, which are available and transparent to the public. But if you get in on a sketchy project, like it's like signing a contract that literally says, you can have my soul, I want nothing in exchange. Like that, you don't do that. Like, you need your soul. Anyways, so as a theft in which the owners of a cryptocurrency project abandoned it after stealing investors' money. So yeah, that's happened. I guess with Squid Game that happened, but like some people were like red light, green light. They got hit with the red light. They should have pulled out and stopped instead of buying more. So yeah, that's like, let's say you own like, you're a software developer and you want to make an app for these people. You could do that with some of these. So layer 2 app, like this would be cool to just audit and like really go do an in-depth analysis of why each of these could actually be like a valid decentralized application. But it's more than a like, that's like the thing that makes me so bullish on ENS. Like, if we launch app, let's hope I don't have to input anything. Yeah, we got it. Favorites. No, we'll go to my account. We'll just do the top one. We Are 101. That's the company that I founded. So the registrant, the controller, and like the record. So this is the address that it will route to once you make a purchase. Like if you tried to send money to Bretto.eth and you use this protocol. I would argue that this protocol is going to take over. Like, it was just the earliest one, and it's one of the like, it's a solid system. It's a solid protocol, and it's a decentralized autonomous organization now. They gave out governance tokens. I got 137. That was pretty exciting. But like, you can also associate your email. So let's say someone made email client where you don't want like, you want your domain name, your URL, like brettjosephowers.com, like doxing myself, like you want that as like also your email and also like your like a keyword if someone's looking for you. But like you don't necessarily want that as your like the thing you have to tell everyone. You're like, well, this is my email, this is my who I am, like this, like all of that information can be centralized to one decentralized like system of evaluating who that name belongs to, who that person is. And I really like that. Like, I could put my avatar in here. I haven't done it yet because you have to pay a fee every time. And like, until I have all of these set up to how I want them, I'm not going to like lock anything in. Plus, this is my business one, and I don't even know if it says necessary to do like these yet, considering how early we are on the platform. But I'm glad I got it because I want to do like introductory stuff. One of these days, I'm gonna just go through like the ENS protocol documentation with y'all, and we're gonna examine that stuff. But you know, I kind of went ham on this person's. They have so many. I like them. I like what this guy's doing. It looks like he's Web3 app, awesome. They're very like direct names for like keywords and hot words in the space. What's the term? Buzzwords, you know? So maybe that's a good decision. But train.eth, I wonder who's running that. 3.9 Ethereum for that. That's $7,500 at the time when it was bought. Now, that's about 4 Ethereum. That would have been worth like $16,000. And that was just a few months ago in July. It's crazy how fast this space moves. So we got train.eth. The Girl BX. It was minted for 0.4. I love it. It's also owned by that same person we just looked at. So yeah, we got a whale. I mean, we already knew that, but mid.eth, 3 letters, golden, undervalued. Mid, but I don't know, I bet max would be cooler, or min. But mid, maybe undervalued. It's 3 letters. Let's see how much it sold for. So it was minted for 5 ETH. Sale mint. We can't see how much it was minted for, which is annoying, but I know the 3-letter ones are just generally more money. I think like $1,000 is like what my brain goes to when I see those things. Fan.eth for 19.1. Someone's got to be doing something with this because like it's a cool name. It's a single word. It's super simple. Fan, FAN. Same ETH domain lover. 13 favorites. Maybe cost $1,000 to mint, but now it's worth like almost $80,000, or like that's how much it was paid for from Gwei. I wonder who Gwei is. I wonder if they're also a whale. Probably. We got some okay stuff. Gwei.eth, that's a good one. Enron.eth, that's interesting. Rax.eth, yeah, that's a thing here. Like you're gonna see a lot of pornographic names just because that's the majority of internet traffic. I might have said that in the last video. Art Swap, that's cool. Rarest. Yeah, all these prices are like legit, right? Like 10 ETH, 15.55 ETH for T.eth, NSA.eth. Like, they'll get that from you. I don't care. Nah, maybe not. But like, you kind of hope to see that people actually start using these in the wild, because if it's just a bunch of people sitting on them, no one's going to care. I kind of wish that, maybe it's not greed and I don't have to wish. It's just like, there's an abundance. Why can't we all just share in that abundance and like use them together? So good names for 2 ETH. They probably paid like next to maybe like $200 for this one. I don't know how I'm getting tired. I'm not even tired. Tuners.eth, air conditioners, dishwashers. Yeah, this person's like, we're doing this for people who want to make sales. Looks like we're running out of time for the 15-minute one, and we only got through 2 names. So, well, I mean, if we think about it, Julian.eth, I'm just going through like the last week or the first week that this bot was up and running. So yeah, that's our time. I'm going to start another recording right now.